What are some tips to prevent hair breakage? So we talked about how to increase microcirculation to your scalp so you have good fertile soil so the hair can grow, but what about breakage? Well, in our day and age, a lot of people have thyroid problems, and thyroid problems are not caused necessarily by the thyroid, but the thyroid hormone doesn't hit the receptor site, and that's caused by estrogen dominance and excess cortisol. And at BeBalanced, which is where I'm from, your Natural Hormone Balancing Specialist we're always balancing those hormones out. So look at getting your hormones balanced. But let's look at some other things. Thyroid, yes, dry hair. You'll notice it in your skin and your nails, but especially if you're having a lot of breakage. So that's one thing to think about. But let's get into what are some things we can do. Well, as we get older, our hair gets naturally a little bit drier, and then there's more breakage. But then we also use heat and style, blow dryers, curling irons. I'm going to be honest, I get a blowout once a week, and that's it. And I'm doing work. While I'm doing it, I'm relaxing. Now in the summer, maybe I'll do twice. But I use a little bit of dry shampoo in between. And again, the winter, the fall, I'm not sweating or anything. Makes it so easy. So let's wash our hair less. I'm not saying you got to do the blowout once a week, but my hair is thick enough it can handle that. But a little dry shampoo, things like that, washing less, especially again, color treated. I do highlights on my hair. Highlighted hair is going to break easier. Okay. So that's one thing. Then with the styling products, use some sort of heat protectant. Now it's a 10. They have so many different products, and I'm not here to give you products. I'm here to give you overall principles, and then you can do your Google search and figure out what product, but something for heat protection you should always use. And it's a 10 is just one of the good ones. This is a balm. They have sprays, but I love it. So let's protect. The other thing you can do throughout the week is, if that's a little bit more expensive, something a little less, this is just any specific brand, no specific brand, coconut oil, and that can be rubbed on the hair and the bottom, and it's a dry oil. So that'll nourish. Let's keep everything flexible, moist, so it doesn't break off. That's super important. Then there's other companies now. This is a salon brand. Don't even worry about it. Just ask at your salon, because you would have to get this at the salon. Anything that has keratin in it. And this could be rubbed on the hair too throughout the week to keep it strong. We want it to grow out. And then IDK, which I'm just loving them right now. It's called Antisocial. They just have a spray that you put on, makes your hair really shiny. And again, it's between shampoos and just going to keep that strength so the hair doesn't break off. So again, we got to look at the scalp, get that growing. But when it comes to the rest of the hair, we got to make sure our hormones are balanced. We have to look at our thyroid in case there's issues there, and to be balanced, we can help you in a free consultation. But we also want to look at nourishing the hair and protecting the hair so it can grow long, and not just, I think we constantly say, well, my hair's growing because I'm doing my roots, but why isn't it getting long? Well, a lot of times it's because it keeps breaking. So this is going to help prevent breakage. And then the last video coming up is going to talk about specifically hormones in your hair.